as true without a proof. Something accepted as true, perceived to be true without any iota of proof. It's like when you just assume that, every quiet person is unfriendly. When you just see somebody quiet, you say, oh, because this person is quiet, this person must certainly be unfriendly. And you think some people of some certain behaviors are more friendly than the other. All right, there are some Bible examples for us to look at. Assumption. You see, even God himself dislikes believers, Christians, who assume. And that is why God is always very deliberate. That is why God is always very precise. And that is why God gives information and dish out instructions. Because God himself does not operate on assumption, and he does not expect you to operate on assumption. Now, let's look at some example. Number one is Moses. You know Moses? Moses was a great man in the scripture. Great man, great leader, a man who walked with God. But you see, that relationship between him and God and his walk with God, was cut short because of assumption. That is the danger of assumption. Now, in the book of Exodus chapter 17, verse 6, God told Moses, he said, strike the rock and water will come out from the rock. And Moses did the first time and water came out. Now, another similar instance came up in Numbers chapter 20, verse 8 to verse 11. God told Moses this time around, he said, speak to the rock. But Moses, because of, situation at hand at that time, he was angry and he just assumed that, okay, the other time I struck the rock, water came out. This time around, I'm going to strike it. I don't care what instruction was given to me. And he struck the rock twice. Pam, pam, pam. And water came out. But that hand is ministry. That hand is walk with God on earth. And God said, you see that promised land, you are not going to get there. And assumption messed everything up for him. Another example we see in the Bible also is King Saul. You know his story. If you're a Bible student, check King Saul. He was always assuming. He waited for the prophet to come and make some sacrifices. The prophet delayed. He did it by himself. Assumption. At the time he was told, when you go to that place, level up everything. Do not take anything from there. He took some things. He assumed. He said, oh, this one will be good for sacrifice. Oh, this one will be good for God. And I know that. He assumed, and you know how he ended. God immediately replaced him even while he was living. Now, there's another story in 1 Chronicles chapter 26, verse 21, talking about a king called King Uzziah. If you look at the King Uzziah, Uzziah was a man helped by God, had relationship with God. God was just supporting him and helping him. But one day, the sin of assumption messed him up. He got to the temple. He started doing the work of a priest. He started doing the work of the prophet. He was burning incense. And, that assumption messed him up. He became leprous till his last day on earth. So these are the dangers of, assumption. So let me bring it home now. Those are Bible stories. So let me bring it home. I want to quickly say to us, stop taking decisions based on assumption. Stop taking decisions based on assumption. You see, some of us keep malice. We cut off from friends and associates based on assumption. Based on assumption. Good relationship, God-sent relationship to you. You break them, you cut them, you separate from them based on assumption. There are some people you are no longer talking to based on assumption. There's a lot of you listening to me today. There are some people you don't even talk to again. You can't really pinpoint what they did against you or what warranted that separation, but based on assumption. A lot of marriages has broken based on assumption. The woman assuming, the man assuming, based on assumption. A lot of marriages has broken. Most times, what we take as offense could just only be a perception and an assumption. I'm telling you, most times, what we take as offense could just only be a perception or an assumption. An assumption. Like, let's look at some examples of, let's look at this. You just say, okay, you were calling somebody and the person is not answering. And you just assume, you said, the person is not answering my call because he think I'm poor. Or maybe because he think I want to beg him, or I want to beg for something, or he think I want to ask for a favor. He must be very proud. And you just take a decision on that, and you separate yourself from that person. You stop being their friends and associates based on assumption. Meanwhile, the person you are calling that is not answering may be in danger, may be sick, may be going through life-threatening situation, and may not even be near his phone. But you just take decision based on assumption. I often say that assumption is the lowest level of intelligence. I'm telling you, assumption is the lowest level of intelligence. Stop running your life based on assumption. On assumption, on assumption. You think the person is not answering your call because you think, it must be deliberate. It must because of what we said yesterday. It must because of our discussion yesterday. I saw the way he was looking at me. You just take decision based on assumption. And some people just stay and just assume and say, they hate me. I'm sure she hates me. I'm sure he hates me. And some people just sit and say, I'm very sure I know what he's thinking. I know what they are thinking. When she was looking at me, the way I understand body language. I know. And the person might not even be thinking about you. But based on assumption, you are taking a major decision in life. And there are some people who just take decisions also because somebody says something. Based on assumption. Somebody says something. How many of you are listening to me? You are not talking to some people because some people told you something about them. You did not verify. You did not ask questions. They didn't even do it against you. But you are like, you inherited a battle that is not yours. And let me tell you, all the blessing that you are supposed to get through that person, all the connection, all the things God has prepared, to come out as a blessing between you and that person, you will just exercise yourself out of the will and the purpose of God. Based on assumption. A lot of people are looking at me. You don't call some people again. You don't talk to them. You say, he said, somebody said. He said, somebody said. Sir, man, does it really make sense? Is it what an adult should be doing? Taking a decision based on what somebody. Some of you are just inheriting other people's battle. Some people are just using you to fight their battles. Are there not some people you are not helping? They are asking you for favor, but you are not doing because somebody said don't do it. Somebody said, I think this is what he's planning. I think this is what she's planning. I think this is what she's planning. And meanwhile, the person that doesn't even have that thing in his thought or in her thought, but you are just changing yourself in life based on assumption. Based on assumption. And at times you just look and say, I know he or she doesn't want to return that gesture. He doesn't want to return that thing or do that thing based on assumption. Based on assumption. Based on assumption. Friends, stop living your life on assumption. It's the lowest level of intelligence. you will miss out on good things. You will miss out on good people. You will miss destiny associates and friends. You will break that lovely relationship you have. You will miss out when you always act on assumption. Now, quickly, what is the antidote to assumption? What is the antidote to assumption? Instead of assuming, what do? Number one, engage in a conversation. Engage in a conversation. You may not get an opportunity for a conversation immediately, especially maybe when tension is high, maybe when someone is angry, maybe when we are raising our voices. Those are not a good time for conversation. You wait a while, but talk about it. Talk about it. A conversation can change a whole lot of things. I'm telling you, some of the animosity you are keeping, the enemy you think, imaginary enemy you think you have, is just based on assumption. A lot of things that you are doing, in fact, some of the bitterness you are keeping, you're all based on assumption. What do? Instead of keeping that burden in your heart, or, instead of you carrying that burden, what do? Engage in a conversation. Engage in a conversation. Stop assuming, because assumption is the lowest level of intelligence. Engage in a conversation. Say, engage. Say, oh, sorry, can we have a conversation? Sorry, this thing happened. I don't want to assume that it's deliberate. I am sure if you have 10 people you are fighting, if you engage in a conversation, you just discover that you have just been fighting yourself. They are not even aware of what you are talking about. So you engage in a conversation. Don't just draw conclusion. Have a discussion. I repeat, don't draw conclusion. Have a discussion. Don't go into a fallacy of hasty generalization. Don't go into that error of hasty generalization. You just assume. No. Don't just draw conclusion, have a discussion. I repeat, don't draw conclusion, have a discussion. Number two, verify information. Verify information. I'm telling you. Don't say, oh, I think that person cannot lie. Anybody can lie. Anybody can lie. Anybody can give a false narrative, depending on where they get their information from, depending on the state of their heart. We see life according to the color of our heart. You see, so verify information. Verify. You see, there was a story in the Bible in 1 Kings, I think 1 Kings 23, if I'm right, or so. The last chapter in 1 Kings, Jezebel, wanted to get the land of Naboth. The Bible says she used the noble. That means she used the influential people in court. And she didn't pick them from anywhere. She picked them from the temple, from the church, from the temple. So, for example, she used pastors against Naboth. You know why? So that lie can be validated. And because she knows that nobody will question and say, oh no, pastor cannot lie. Oh, the bishop cannot lie. Oh, the elder cannot lie. Oh, that auntie cannot lie. Oh, that senior pastor cannot lie. Hey there, anybody can lie. So listen to me. And she lied against Naboth, and no question was asked, and they killed Naboth. And he was an innocent man. My dear brothers and sisters, friends, ask questions. Verify information. Verify information. Always verify information. Confirm that information. Listen to me. Research is more accurate than perception or hearsay. Research is more accurate than perception or hearsay. Research. Anybody can say anything out of emotion. Anybody can say anything out of pride. Out of anger. Anybody can say anything because they want to punish that person and they use you and you believe them. Hook, line, and sinker. You believe them. Verify information. I repeat, verify. People who lied against Naboth were church people. They were leaders in the temple. They lied against him. And because nobody will question them because of their position and their influence, they killed an innocent man. So I want to ask you, ma, how many innocent men have you killed? How many innocent women have you killed? Sir, how many have you killed? How many are you killing in your heart? How many destiny have you destroyed? How many people have you destroyed their life? How many people you have what it takes to help, but you never did because somebody lied against them and you thought those people will never lie? Shame on you. Shame on you. And God will ask you. Shame on you, and God will ask you. Always verify information. Number 3, ask questions. Ask questions. Stop assuming. Ask questions. Always inquire. So this question is in 2 ways. You say, what? If you want to take any step in life, ask God. Because God said you should do this today, does not mean He's going to say the same thing tomorrow. Even if the situation is similar. You know, so with God, you inquire. But when you are relating with people, you are dealing with people, you ask questions. Ask questions. Ask questions. Ask questions. Ask questions. Ask questions. You know, we're told about David in the Bible. David never lost a battle because the man is always asking questions. The man is always asking questions. If he's going for a battle, he will say, God, should I go? Should I pursue? Will I overtake? Am I going to win? And God gave him instruction. You see, there's a very close story. I'll be wrapping up. There's a very close story in 2 Samuel chapter 5. In that same chapter, David fought 2 battles, 2 similar battles in 2 Samuel chapter 5. In verse 18 to verse 19, when he wanted to fight, the same battle, similar battle, God told him what to do. And the same people came back again to fight him. In that same 2 Samuel chapter 5, verse 22, verse 25, God gave him a different instruction on what to do. If you assume you will keep losing, you keep failing in life. You will lose good friends, you will lose good associates, and you will be losing in life. You will be defeated. You won't win any battle if you keep living your life on assumption. And lastly, give it time. Give it time. Give it time. Give it time. If you call somebody and they are not answering, give it time. Don't conclude. Give it time. Wait. You call them today, call them tomorrow. Wait. And, you know, I've seen people who they've reported people to me, or I heard they're angry with people. They withdrew their support from them. In fact, some even demoted them. Some even withdrew services, withdrew things, thinking the person was not answering their call, or the person is keeping to himself because he's proud or she's proud. Meanwhile, the person is going through a lot, and the person is between life and death. Life and death. So before you take that drastic decision, give it time. Before you take a permanent decision in a temporary situation, give it time. Wait a while. Give it 1 day or 2. Give it time. Give it time. When you always give it time, you will not take a decision based on assumption or based on half-truth or not full truth. Based on perception, you will not be taking decision on that. So I want to encourage you today. Assumption is the lowest level of intelligence. Stop getting involved in that. Ask questions. Verify information. Stop fighting battles for other people. Stop fighting their war. Stop fighting their battle. Stop inheriting enemies because somebody told you something that have not been verified. That person you are not helping, who told you not to help them? That person you withdraw your service from, who told you? That place you left, that relationship you left, who told you? Who told you? What did they say? Oh, somebody of spiritual hierarchy said something to you. Oh, they told you something. Oh, that woman of God said something. That man of God said something. And because they said that, you did not verify. And you are fighting who God has not asked you to fight. Be careful. Be careful. Assumption is not good. Let's stop assuming. So instead of assuming, give it time. Instead of assuming, ask questions. Instead of assuming, verify. Instead of assuming, engage in a conversation. I come your way again. This is live class with Pastor Michael. I come again your way, same time, same session. And I believe, and I want to trust God, you have learned something today. And you will no longer be taking decisions based on assumption. Please share this video, share it to somebody, tell your friends, and, subscribe, follow us online, follow me online, and you'll learn more, and you'll be blessed from this live class. God bless you. Until I come your way again, no more assumption. Don't live life based on assumption. Verify information, engage in a conversation, ask questions, and give it time. God will give you wisdom to live life the way you should live it. God bless you. See you again. And I see you on the other side of greatness.